if you're responsible of your company's revenue, this video is for you. Today I'm going to talk about unifying go-to-market objectives. If you don't know me, I'm Charlie and I help companies to optimize their sales and market strategy. So unify go-to-market. The first step to do is I guess like what would be the main objective for everybody. And the great thing is that companies tend to have the same. There's not much hesitation around it. What we want is profit. And so our objective should be to maximize our profit. So for some, I understand for some company which just started is going to be to minimize the loss, but we'll stay with the maximizing profit. So imagine we have two influencing factors in maximization of go-to-market. It is sales and marketing. Obviously, it is not the only two. We have also product, which plays a very big part in your go-to-market strategy. But we are going to simplify everything because from a visual perspective, it's going to be easier. The CFO will have to solve, so that is profit, and that is the 100% of the sales marketing budget assigned to sales, and then you have zero here. And what you're going to have is a curve that looks like this, right? So what we want is to maximize that point, to find out that point. Because yes, if you invest everything in sales, obviously it's not optimized. It's a concept of predictable revenue. It doesn't work anymore, and we'll cover this now. And so if you invest everything in marketing, you don't have anybody to convert that demand neither. And so you need to find a place here. And so how do we define that place? Well, what we want to know is what kind of leads drive most revenue. And so we have four type of leads. To me, we have the inbound, we have the warm outbound, we have the cold outbound, and we have the cold leads. Inbound. So inbounds are the easiest to convert. It's like somebody goes on your website, book a demo or book an appointment with the sales team. That means that the person know already the value of the company, know why that company can solve that problem, and they want to move forward. That's the leads you want to send to your sales team. You want to maximize them. Then obviously it's not going to be enough, but then on the second stage you have the warm outbound. A warm outbound is when the sales team calls prospect, they're outbound, but the people they call already know the company. They know what to do, they know this problem they solve. They know how great the company is, and those obviously are going to be way easier to convert than the cold outbound, where the sales team are going to contact people who don't know them, maybe don't know the company, don't know the problem they are trying to solve. Much difficult to convert. And then we have the cold leads. Usually leads created from a very low intent audience. And so we send those very often. You have a lot of Google ads in there. And so we send those leads to the sales team, but the people are not really to talk to a sales team. They're just like window shopping, trying to understand what's the value, what potentially be the solution, way away from being ready to buy. And those are losing a lot of money. So you have the one prioritized like this: loads of money and little money. All right. So inbound, I want to say, I'm talking about a real inbound, not a gated asset on the pricing page. I know a lot of people you do that. No, I'm talking about like an honest, legit inbound. It's not a gated asset. It's like the user who really wanted to talk to the sales team. But how do we solve that? Well, there is another chart that is very important, which is this one. And we're going to have revenue here, and we are going to have leads here. So what you're going to do is that you're going to sort the leads from best to worst. Put them in this chart. What you're going to observe is that you're going to have your cumulative revenue that's going to look like this. At some point, the leads are not interesting anymore. But the problem is you still have to pay to capture those leads and convert those leads. And so you're going to have, that's going to be your revenue, you're going to have your spend here, and that's going to be your break even. Here, you win, here, you lose, okay? So the first stage to understand what is the right allocation here is to get everything that's here. So you remove all of those leads. How you remove those leads? Obviously, you will not be able to remove them 100%, but what you're going to do is that you're going to compare the leads that are here and the leads that are here, and you're going to see their characteristics. Breaking news, Google Ads leads, often high. And so this way, you're going to start to understand how you can get less lead at this stage, but more of these first two, which are very profitable, and avoid these ones, which are unprofitable. And then you're going to save money on the marketing side, but also on the sales side, because obviously if you have less lead to manage, you will need less salespeople to go through all of those leads. Now the question is, you gain money, what's the plan? You want to grow, right? You want to have more leads. Yeah. So what you want is to have better leads here, so your break-even point is there, and so you can get more leads and more revenue, okay? And so you can expand your sales teams again. Well, you do that by maximizing your inbound and warm outbound. Remember, inbound and warm outbound, they all know about your brand already. They know that you can solve their problems. They have a good opinion on the brand. So how do you do that? You invest your marketing in brand, all right? And so by actually moving away from here, because I know a lot of companies over-allocate on the sales. So by moving away from predictable revenue objective to moving more money to marketing, and as marketing to focus on brand, you're going to find that optimization point. So obviously, as I explained, sales and marketing are not the only one. If there might be, for example, because of pricing and competition reason, there might be a good reason to move marketing and sales budget away from them to be able to reduce the price. There's a lot of different factors that goes into this whole concept, but this is the basic one. So quick recap, focus on inbound, one outbound. How do you do that? You spend more on brand. How do you reduce the cost? You get rid of the bad leads. You look where the bad leads are coming from. You compare it to the best leads. You'll see pattern, and then you optimize through that. I hope that helped. Follow for more.